You have 30 seconds to raise millions of dollars for your startup. That's it. That's all you have. That's your window. And today, I'm going to show you how to pitch your startup so clean, so powerful that investors stop checking their phones and start checking their wallets. This is the art of the elevator pitch, the kind that turns "what do you do" into "how much are you raising?" And under 30 seconds, that's all you have. And as CFO of the first tech startup accelerator in Latin America, let me tell you, I've seen thousands of startup pitches, thousands. 99% of them are more painful to watch than a root canal performed by a blind dentist. They are dead, flat, and full of features and unnecessary technical jargon. And most importantly, they put too much focus on the product up front. You've got founders out here pitching their mousetrap before even showing us the mouse. They're leading with the solution. Big mistake. Because nobody cares about your mousetrap until they feel the pain of living with the mouse. Let me hit you with some ancient TV wisdom. You ever seen those as seen on TV commercials? You know the ones. Look them up on YouTube. You can find many. Dramatic black and white chaos to begin the commercial. Some guy tries to pour cereal and ends up with a full-scale kitchen flood. Then the narrator hits you with this. Are you tired of making a mess every time you eat breakfast? Not anymore. Introducing the BowlMate Pro 3000. They start with the pain. They start with the frustration, the struggle. That's the magic. Because until I feel the problem, I don't care about your solution. And that's the exact energy you need to bring into your elevator pitch. So here's what I teach startup founders. The $1 Million Elevator Pitch Framework. Here it goes. P.P.P.A. Problem, promise, proof, and ask. Let's go. This is how you make your pitch slap in 30 seconds. Here's the HomeCookBot pitch, and watch how it hits. First, you lead with the problem hook that makes people physically uncomfortable. You want them squirming in their seats like they just sat on a cactus. Busy professionals are spending over $300 a month on takeout, not because they want to, but because they're too tired to cook after they come home from work. That's pain, my friends. That's my Tuesday. Your problems gotta grab them by the eyeballs in 5 seconds, or they will start checking their emails and scrolling TikTok. Every investor knows how much they spent on DoorDash last month, and they know the feeling of being personally attacked by their own credit card statements. They know that. You want them to feel the pain so deeply that they would pay you just to stop talking about it. So now that you have mentioned the problem, you state your promise. Here we go. In this part, you present your solution in a way that makes them think, why didn't I think of that? And where can I buy 10 of them? Don't explain how it works like you're teaching a physics class. Explain what it does like you're selling magic. Here is what you would say. We created HomeCookBot, an autonomous dual-arm robotic chef that lives in your kitchen and cooks real meals using over 200 pre-programmed recipes. Hold up. You said robot in my kitchen? If I am an investor, I am now looking around like, do I need to clear counter space for this? Notice I didn't say anything about servo motors or artificial intelligence algorithms that would put a computer science professor to sleep. I said nothing about it. I painted a picture of a robot that cooks your dinner while you binge watch Netflix and judge reality TV contestants. After you state the promise, you present your proof. You hit them with the evidence of traction that proves people actually want this thing more than they want their morning coffee. That is where you show them the money and make their pupils turn into dollar signs. In early tests, users cut cooking time in half, saved up to $150 a month, and reported a 90% satisfaction rate. You just gave me time. You gave me money. You gave me peace. I'm already opening my wallet, and I don't even cook. Finally, after stating the proof, you make a clear ask that tells them exactly what you want and what they get in return. That's key. We're raising $1 million to begin production and partner with smart kitchen platforms. Would you be open to a 15-minute demo to see it in action? Then you shut up. That's clean. That's confident. That's professional. That's your elevator pitch. 30 seconds, 4 steps, and you just turned a room full of skeptical millionaires into potential business partners who are ready to throw money at you like they're your favorite charity. But here's where most people completely destroy their chances, like a bull in a china shop. They think the pitch ends when they stop talking. Wrong again. The real pitch is in how you deliver those 30 seconds. You need to speak with the confidence of someone who already knows they're going to be successful. Your voice should sound like you're announcing the cure for baldness to a room full of bald millionaires. I've seen brilliant entrepreneurs with million-dollar ideas get rejected because they sounded like they were apologizing for existing. Don't do that. These people had less confidence than a penguin trying to fly. And I've seen average entrepreneurs with decent ideas get funded because they presented like they were doing investors a favor by allowing them to breathe the same air. Confidence sells more than competence, and charisma beats credentials every single time. Here's another example of a solid 30-second elevator pitch. Here we go. This is SwiftLift Robotics. First, start with the problem, the first P. Every year, warehouses delay thousands of deliveries because their robots get stuck, or worse, damage pallets, slowing operations and costing millions of dollars. Oof, that's stress. That's real money leaking. That's real pain. If you were talking to a warehouse, okay, you would see the room get quieter than library during finals week. These warehouse owners would be thinking about their own warehouse problems and how much money they are losing right now. Now you present your promise. Here we go. At SwiftLift Robotics, we've built an autonomous navigation system that uses real-time 3D mapping and AI vision to avoid obstacles and adapt instantly, even on busy warehouse floors. You said AI vision and real time. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. You are not showing off your technical knowledge like a peacock showing off its feathers. Instead, you're mentioning how you are solving a real-world problem, like a surgeon removing a brain tumor. Next, present the proof, the early evidence of traction. In our 6-month pilot with 2 national fulfillment centers, SwiftLift Robotics reduced delivery times and delays by 30% and increased throughput by 30% and saved the company $1.2 million. Now we're cooking. Now we're speaking the investor's language, the language of profit, and making money rain from the sky. Now finally the ask, the A. We're raising $1 million to expand into e-commerce distribution hubs. Can we schedule a 15-minute demo next week to show you how it really works? You just walk me through the pain, the fix, the win, and the next step in 30 seconds. That's your elevator pitch. That's how it's done, my friends. 28 seconds, $4 million funding round, and probably a standing ovation. That's the power of a perfect pitch delivered with the kind of surgical precision that makes people want to follow you into battle. Now, let me tell you the biggest mistake I see entrepreneurs make when they're practicing their pitch. They memorize the words, but they forget about the emotion. A pitch without emotion is like a joke without a punchline. Technically correct, but more boring than watching grass grow in slow motion. You need to make them feel the problem, like they just stubbed their toe, visualize the solution like they're watching their favorite movie, and get excited about the opportunity, just like they won the lottery. Your 30-second pitch should take investors on an emotional roller coaster that ends with them wanting to throw money at you like you're their long-lost lottery ticket. Practice your pitch until you can deliver it with the same energy as a Latin American sports announcer calling the winning goal of the Soccer World Cup. Record yourself, watch it back, and ask yourself one question. Would I invest in this person or would I change the channel? If the answer is to change the channel, keep practicing. Practice until you sound like someone worth betting millions of dollars on. Remember, you're not just pitching your product, you're pitching yourself as the person who can execute this vision without messing it up. Investors don't just buy ideas, they buy the people behind those ideas, the teams. They want to see that you're the kind of person who turns dreams into reality and problems into profit machines. Your pitch is your audition for the role of successful entrepreneur. And the casting directors have very short attention spans. It's like a fruit fly. So make sure you look and sound like someone who deserves the starring role. The role in their own success story. So here's exactly what you need to do right now to transform your pitch from amateur hour comedy show to investor magnet. First, identify the most expensive problem your product solves and lead with that pain point. Like you're a doctor diagnosing a disease. Make it so uncomfortable that investors start reaching for their checkbooks just to make the problem go away forever. Second, describe your solution in terms of outcomes and results, not features, and benefits as well. Don't tell them about your technology, okay? Like you're reading a manual or a research paper. Don't do that. Tell them about the results your technology produces, like you're selling miracles. They want to know the benefits. Third, gather every piece of evidence that proves people want what you're selling more than what they want to do tomorrow for the weekend. Testimonials, anything that shows momentum, anything that shows demand, okay? Anything that shows something that would make a Black Friday sale look calm, okay? And your delivery should be like one who is selling $1 billion idea. Your voice should carry the confidence of someone who's already successful, not somebody who's hoping to get lucky at a casino. The difference between funded entrepreneurs and broke dreamers is not the quality of their ideas. It's the quality of their pitch, the gift of their gab, and the confidence with which they deliver it. You can have the greatest product in the world, but if you can't communicate its value in 30 seconds, you're going to stay broke longer than a street performer in a snowstorm. You can also have an average product, but if you can pitch it like a champion, you're going to get rich faster than a cryptocurrency during a bull market. The choice is yours, and it's simpler than choosing between pizza and more pizza. Are you going to be another entrepreneur who blows their shot because they couldn't explain their value proposition without putting people to sleep? Are you going to be the one who walks into that meeting with full confidence and delivers 30 seconds of pure gold and walks out with the term sheet and a smile bigger than the Joker's? So let's lock it in. Start with the problem. Make me feel it. Punch me in the gut with the truth. Then show me the promise. Make me believe it. Show me the benefits. Give me a vision I want to live in. Then hit me with the proof. Show me the evidence. Make me trust it. Show me the traction, the numbers, the momentum. Then close with the ask. Clear, calm, confident. Here's what we're raising. Here's what we want from you. Don't oversell. Don't do it. Don't ramble. Don't act like you're hoping they like it. I hope you like it. You're not auditioning here. You're offering access. And if they blink, they might miss the next unicorn. So here's your homework. Rehearse your pitch until your dog knows it. Again and again and again. Until your toothbrush can pitch your startup in the mirror. Until you believe it so deeply, the room tilts when you talk. Because when someone asks, so what's your startup about? You better have an answer that sets off fireworks. You better. That's how you pitch in 30 seconds. That's how you raise millions of dollars. That's how you walk out of that elevator with a yes. Investors see a gazillion pitches every day. So yours got to be the purple cow in a field of boring sheep. Most entrepreneurs think they need to sound like rocket scientists to impress investors. But wrong. That's boring. Investors are not impressed by your technical prowess. They're impressed by your ability to make their bank accounts fatter than a sumo wrestler. They want to hear about problems, solutions, profit, not your PhD thesis on the mating habits of algorithms. Now go build something legendary. Go raise that money. Go turn that mousetrap into a movement. And most importantly, keep building.
Automatic Addison.